in America, America would never even see. That's why all these Black Lives Matter, that's why they're killing them like mad, because they don't see African Americans as humans. Yeah, you know, in the up until like the late 50s, it was justified. It was legal to kill an Aboriginal in Australia, but it was illegal to kill a kangaroo in Australia.
Wow.
They don't see them as people. The reason why slavery went on for so long was because a lot of white people, they told their children, "Oh, this guy is an animal."
But I think I've read some. They believe black people are animals.
Yeah, they don't.
I've actually read somewhere that says that even the Aboriginal, they own Australia. Like the black people,
they belong there. They're the original.
They are the original people there
in Australia.
Yeah,
most white people, and this is facts. You know what I'm saying? Most white people that ended up in Australia, they were convicts and criminals that the other white people don't even want in Europe and all that. They went and dumped them in Australia that, oh, the people are living there are animals. These people will not survive.
Oh.
Those are the white people.
So they went there to dominate.
Yeah, they dumped them there. Like these are criminals. It's like, just imagine Nigeria pack all the area boys in Lagos, say we don't want these guys here. Let's take them to Asaba. Because Asaba is so bad, it's full of animals, they will not survive in Asaba. That's how white people ended up in Australia.
Wow.
They didn't belong there. That's how Caribbeans, blacks ended up in the Caribbean. There were people that, they dumped black people, they say, oh, leftover slaves. These are stubborn slaves. They won't survive. They're useless. They dumped them in the Caribbean. That's why most Caribbeans, Jamaicans, Island, they don't fuck with white people. They know them for who they are. It's us Africans that now become friends. Oh, I'm a citizen. Yeah, this is my best friend.
Yeah.
Caribbeans know this. They know these people. They know who they are. Bro, I'm telling you, bro. Bro, it's crazy, right?
You know that this Coscan, this thing baffles me a lot, because sometimes I look at it that, why is Africa so behind in everything? Yeah. You know, because even the Asians are doing well for themselves. The Chinese,
bro, we are the
or
bottom
the continent,
we are the bottom
of the list. Why? And it's the most blessed continent.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right? If you look at resources, what we have
it.
You know, is the most blessed continent, but is the most suffering.
It's true.
You get, and this has been going on for
years, man.
Yes, centuries.
Yeah, decades.
Only God knows. You get, and is it that the transfer of knowledge is lacking? Because sometimes I just feel like even the main guys, like, let's talk about this our generation where we have great black people around the world. If they can just come together and say, okay, let's build Africa.
Yes.
I think things will turn around in a very short period of time.
I believe so.
But they don't even see themselves as Africans.
Yeah, no, it's true. You know, recently when we were in Ghana, we went to the Kwame Nkrumah Museum.
Yeah.
And the guy that was showing us around the museum, he talked about them, and I knew about this because I read like 2 different biographies from Kwame Nkrumah,
okay.
Right? And the guy talked about how Kwame Nkrumah and a bunch of other African revolutionaries, including what's his name, Fidel Castro.
Okay.
They were working with international bodies alike, like Gaddafi, all those people. They were working together to say, listen, let us unite Africa. Let us build Africa. If you've seen the flag, red, black, and green, that flag was created for that purpose. It was supposed to be the United States of African flag. So those guys were working together. So they were doing this, like Marcus Garvey, Kwame Nkrumah, they were sending nurses, doctors, like engineers. They were sending them to Africa. You know, Marcus Garvey had a ship. It's called the Black Star Line. That's what the ship. He built the ship for this. They were shipping like top engineers and blacks
back to Africa from Europe.
You know, Liberia.
Okay.
Was a place really for that. Liberia is a place that was never really touched by white. It was all free slaves that built Liberia. That's what Liberia is. Until white people went there and fucked everything all up. So, to what you're saying, it's a big problem that we don't work together. But even that is something that can be done now. But get this straight. The people that colonized us, they're not stupid. They have that knowledge and understanding that we don't have, knowing that if these people come together, we will be unstoppable. And they don't want to see it happen. That is the reason why they execute anybody that try. All our leaders, all our revolutionary leaders, you know, like Patrice Lumumba, they killed them. They used the CIA to kill them. They use HIV, AIDS, all these things to inject people and all. Like, I mean, don't take it from Mama. Go on YouTube and just put the CIA. You see CIA, Americans, Europeans talking about this. It's public information. They don't want us to come together. You know, and the dumb people that we have ruling us also, they have no vision. No vision. All they know is what they're eating today. You know, one thing I love about like our white counterpart is the fact that they're not talking about just today. When you see white people talking, they're talking about, okay, if we run out of resources on Earth, what planet can we go to? Why do you think they're going into space? You think they're just going there to rest? They're looking for how to get away from all of this shit when everything collapses. So they're looking 100 years, 200 years from now. How much minerals do we have? How much vitamins are we going to have? Where is it safe? Are we going to have enough oxygen, carbon dioxide? They're studying all of this. Why these guys are thinking about buying the next plane, buying the next house, how to move money out of Nigeria, out of Ghana, how to move it to Europe. Those guys are thinking differently. And it's lack of education. Because even me being here, I love Nigeria. I ride for Nigeria all my life. But the more I'm here, the more I see, I feel like Nigerians government, Nigerian people don't like Nigerians. Because when I wear my Afrobeat dashiki, you know, people just look, this guy. But when I dress like Yankee shit, everybody, I like this. This is cool. I'm like, but why? You know, until we start buying our own food and eating our own food, and I say, oh, Jobless has a studio here, I want to record. I bring my artists here. Let me do this. Until we start patronizing ourselves, we're not going to get anywhere. We're not going, and that's the problem here. Trading amongst ourselves.
I wanted to ask you this because I know there are lots of Nigerians, especially in America, because I live in America, so I know,
of course,
that they want to come back. Baba, they don't go talk openly. You get, but many of them know that I used to go and come back. So when they are talking to me, I used to feel it that, but they won't come straight. They'll be like, but you know what? They ask indirectly. So, but I know that the whole of them out there that want to come back to the motherland. And if we don't talk about this, you know, there's no way there's nothing to give them that assurance that okay, it's not as bad as it's been portrayed in the media, or maybe it's as bad as that, or maybe we know how to navigate those others. But you've been, I mean, you've spent a whole lot of years in America, and you're back here now.
It's true.
How do you think we can talk to those kind of people?
I mean, I don't know. I always tell my friends personally, every time they see my post and so, I'm like, listen, I'm here, because a lot of them don't even believe it. Like, cause I mean, Nigeria, like, you know, I'm like, it's cool. I said, listen, it's not all butter and it's not all bad. I said, the way I look at it and I tell them, it's like, listen, think about it. If you watch local news in New York every day,
you won't want to live there.
You don't want to live there.
You won't want to live there.
If they're showing all the killings that don't even make TV, you know now in Brooklyn, most of the killings they don't make TV. They don't make national news. It doesn't get
just
the
local
CNN
news.
Local. If I see that, means I don't want to go and leave Yankee. So it's the same thing with Nigeria. I always tell them, like, listen, at the end of the day, there's no place like home. Right? And if all of us Nigerians leave Nigeria, is this place still Nigeria? Right? As we are moving now to Canada, to Europe, to the US, the Chinese, the Indians, the Lebanese, they're moving in here in big numbers. And sooner or later, we'll be collecting passports from Chinese or Indians or one of these people. So it's not even like a necessary. It is critical that we come home and start to build. It's not smooth, right? And I always tell people, Why is it that you're willing to clean toilets and do bullshit job in America, but you're not willing to do bullshit job in Nigeria?
Exchange rates.
Yeah, exactly. And those are the problems that we have to address. I always tell guys, they say, "Oh, you see a guy Range Rover, all this is a big boy." No, it's not a big boy. If you work at McDonald's for Brooklyn, you can
get a fucking Range Rover.
You can drive Mercedes if you want to drive.
Yeah,
so we have to address those things. Increase the minimum wage. You saw Michael Blackson's post when he said that, if minimum wage is
they surviving because sincerely. Because there was a time a friend of mine, Tayo, was telling me to invest in real estate in Ghana. So he was showing me the numbers, and sincerely, bro, the same house you're going to buy for a 500,000 in the US, you buy it in Ghana. In US, you make like $3,000 in rent. In Ghana, you make like 8,000-9,000 in rent. Monthly. So the business is even better in Ghana.
Absolutely. But they don't want us to see that. They just keep saying, "Oh, the place is barbaric, is this and that, whatever." We have to be here. We have to come home to build.
But they'll tell you, safety. Safety first.
Yeah.
Right. And sincerely, we've seen situations.
Of course.
You get.
Of course.
And we've seen. I know somebody that relocated, a family friend, a very good big brother of mine that relocated, and he didn't survive a year. He came with his wife, kids, and he just got into a very nasty accident one night, and that was it. You get. So when I tell my wife that I'm going back to Nigeria, she always look at me like, "Are you
mad?"
Are you serious? So we've seen situations, but I still believe that if many of these people, even the black Americans, if they can come back to this Africa, it's going to be unstoppable.
I think so. I give a lot of credit to Ghana. I always talk about Ghana. I feel like Nigeria can learn a lot from Ghana. Ghana are going out of their way to invite investors to address our African American brothers and sisters. Like, this is home. Nigeria and other countries in Africa, we need to do the same. Extend to them.
I think they're even giving. I think they're even giving them the tax. If you come to establish business in Ghana, they give you tax break for 10 years. For 10 years.
Yeah. So those things we're gonna have to, because if people don't even come here, they won't even see the opportunities. And we want them to come here, not just see the opportunities, but to see the issues, the problems, so they can create solutions. One thing we've been doing in America for years is we've been creating solutions for America. We've been creating solutions for Europe. So we need to come and start creating solutions for all our security problems, housing problems, minimum wage, education. I always tell people, like, no matter what you do in the US, you can come to Nigeria, do the same thing. Don't try to do something else. You've been doing this the last 10 years.
Come back and do the same thing.
Find out how they're doing it here. Find out how to work with people on ground. Learn from what they've done and see how you can, scale it up and improve on it. We have to do that. If you're a teacher, come and teach. Come and teach and build on it. If we keep worrying about the minimum, the minimum wage is horrible. But at the same time, you don't need the same amount of money to live in Nigeria as you do in America, right? Let's be honest.
Sincerely, I can tell you categorically that a whole lot of people listening to this now will think you and I are stupid. I'm telling you.
No, you're right.
I'm telling you, they'll think, see these ones, they leave America, go sit down for Nigeria. But when you tell them that, it doesn't look all that rosy. It's not a bad place to stay, but there's no way they're still going to see you as a second-class citizen.
Of course.
They're still going to judge you based on your color. But here is a man, not a black man. It's different.
And that's big for knowing that, look, I want my children to get that opportunity that I never had. I want people to see them and say, oh, this is this girl, this is this boy. And as that. And if they do something wrong, treat them based on that.
Not a black boy or a black
this black, like in Yankee, you know how it is. If you're white and I'm black, me and you face judge, the outcome will be different. Of course. For the same crime, the outcome will be completely different. So for me, being here, those are the kind of things that I'm looking at. And it's so important, like, the brainwashing in the US is so much, it's scary. And to be honest, with all these things, I feel safer in Nigeria than I do in America. That's just the God honest truth. Every time I drive, I leave my house and drive, I'm shook. Like, police stop me. You know, it could be the wrong cop.
Yeah.
And everything is over.
Yeah.
You know, the high salary, the house, it's done.
It's done.
You know?
And in Nigeria, most times when police stop you, right, it all depends on your approach.
Absolutely.
It all the worst that will happen is you pay money.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the worst that could happen.
Yeah.
You get. But if it comes to, before it gets to that point,
that level of escalation,
you must have been dead in America.
Yeah, absolutely. You would have been. They would have buried you already. They would have done hashtag. They would have done hashtag already. All that stuff. Maybe small protests if the world really get out there. You know.
Yeah, because this problem that Africa is facing, you know, what can we say is the root? Because sometimes if you don't look at a problem from the bottom, right, it's hard to find a solution at the top. What exactly is, what is it?
The root cause.
Yeah, what is it that Africa has done wrong to the rest of the world? That because there's something that I used to think about China. In as much as they have a dictatorship system of government, and everybody knows that China government doesn't take shit, they are bad,
of course,
right? But there is a shield. There's like a gate around them that the Western culture cannot easily influence them. You know, same thing in South Korea, all those places. And those places are not doing as bad as.
My brother is gonna watch you, be laughing because he always say that. Like, he always say that. Why do Nigerians always badmouth Nigeria and Africa? That even the most like craziest places in Europe where they've been dominated by war for centuries, they would talk proud of that place. The shit. Oh, they would speak so proudly about it. But we don't. Like, we only glorify everything that is American or European. Anything.
Do you think it's the influence and the brainwashing that these people have been doing for years? Because if you look at the brainwashing, it cuts across different sectors, apart from being economical, political, religion, bro.
Yes, it's true.
Religion, because religion is from the West.
It's huge. It is from the West.
You get? So I want to understand, because somebody, I once had a talk with somebody, and the person was telling me that if Africans stop going out there, right, there will be so many lapses out there, because we are like the workforce.
Yes.
You know, can it be that reason, or there is more to it that we don't even?
There's a lot more, and you pinpointed already. There's a lot more. I think, like, you know, the brainwashing, and there's no country that knows how to do propaganda more than America.
No, feel it.
Like, what are you?
When they sell it good. They sell it good.
They sell it through everything. All the movies. We grew up watching Rambo, or the Rambo kill a whole country by himself. You know, it's untouchable.
Yeah.
You see Rocky. Also, like, you know, all these things is set in your mind. And me personally, growing up also, like every other Nigerian, I grew up just seeing this white guy, long hair, blue eyes, with 6 packs, as Jesus, as God. And you know,
and his portrait is in every church.
Every church. He's in every home. There's no African home you enter.
That you don't see that guy.
Yeah.
Some of them actually use Jim Caviezel did Passion of the Christ. They use Jim Caviezel's portrait in churches and houses, and they worship that portrait. And it's a fucking white skin.
Yeah. So we've been taught that if it's white, it must be right. And that's how we grew up. You know, God is white. Jesus is white. If it's good, he's white. If it's black,
it's bad.
Out. You know, that's our mentality. So that is the biggest thing. You know, fella has been saying this for years. Like, you know, he even said he learned to be African when he was outside of Africa. Yeah. Because when you're here, you don't see a lot of these things. The brainwash is solid. Like, you know, it's solid. When I was, you know, a young kid out here, I never really knew much about apartheid. I didn't know much about race relations, you know, until I was in the UK in my early teenage years. I started reading those books, and I'm like, what do you mean a guy, Nelson Mandela, has been locked up in his own country. For 27 years? And I was like, It didn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
That's when I started reading different books. I'm like, what do you mean, like
in his own country by an outsider?
By an outsider in his own country. And I'm like, wow. So it's a law, like religion, education, like you can go all the way in Nigeria, in Africa, from nursery school to become a PhD holder without having a basic knowledge and understanding of Africa.
Yes.
And that's a problem, because everything with the teachers, all the scientists, they're white. You know, all the engineers, they're white. Who did light, they're white. Who created this, they're white. Meanwhile, there's some of the greatest world-renowned scientists, inventions, they are black
people.
Africans.
Bro, you can't even speak. You can't even speak your language.
Your dialect.
In dialect in school, they'll tell you you're speaking vernacular. They'll beat the shit out of you.
And what is culture? Language, food, education, your clothing, all those in our culture. So we've been stripped of all of those things. So yes, it's going to take years. And we have to be accepting. We have to be the one, like they say, each one teach one. So it's a continuous education that we have to do. Eventually. And look, what I would like to see, really and truly, I know now we're in a process in Nigeria where everybody's talking about the IPOB and then the Yoruba nation.
Yeah.
They should split and stuff like that. I mean, it's so hard for me to grasp that and accept it, because I'm on the mindset of like the whole of the continent needs to unite. And now we're talking about breaking and dividing the small countries that we have. So I would like us to have a leader like Lenin, Stalin, like what he did in Russia. You see, it's not everybody that we need. We just need these small people that are powerful enough that can come together and enforce the revolution. Like you think I want to kill you, but I'm like, listen, what I'm trying to do is not just for you, it's for all of us. So if it means I have to cut your hands off, cut your legs off to achieve that, then I'm doing that. And that's the kind of leadership we're going to need eventually.
Yeah.
Like
so the revolution is not even about Nigeria. It's about
Africa.
Whole.
Look, if we have Igbo nation or Yoruba nation or whatever, and Africa is not free, what are they going to do outside of it?
They're still slaves.
For you, like to go to South Africa, you need a visa. It's approved. In this same continent that belongs to us. We can't even govern ourselves. I saw Dangote's interview, and it talked about how, in the last couple of months, he's out to get like 25 visas because he's traveling. Even they denied him one visa in one country in this same continent. That's a problem. Yeah, it's a problem, man.
And I want to believe that according to history, it used to be an open land. There were no borders.
No borders.
It was the Westerns that introduced borders.
Divide, rule, and conquer.
Yeah.
That's what was all about. Colonization was all about. And things wasn't sweet. That's what a lot of Africans don't understand. They think everything was nice, it was beautiful. That's why these people came here, because they were hungry. They were plagues, everything over there in Europe. That's why they call it, the Caucasus Mountain. There was starvation, there were killings, beheadings. Read William Shakespeare, he talks about it. How in United Kingdom, people were eating their prisoners. So they didn't come here just because everything was good over there. No, they came here for survival. That's why they have to come with religion. Say, no, don't worship that statue. It's not good for you. It's barbaric. Worship this guy. He's the Almighty. They destroyed us spiritually. They weakened us spiritually. And they now entered us and collected land, collected people, and changed it. You know?
I was seeing a news a couple of weeks ago that they were saying, I think it's the UK government or the Spanish government are returning some artifacts to to Benin City that they've taken it during the slave trade.
We're not together spiritually, my brother.
And I said, okay, if they return the spirit, number one, they remove the spirit inside the statue. They are bringing it to statue, but that one aside. But can they return the brainwashing that's been on for years?
Yes.
Because now it seems we need to start unlearning so many things.
Think about how many people of our people die on this continent bleaching. You have to understand this. Why do they bleach? Because
Bleaching of the skin.
Bleaching of the skin. Because they think if you're light skinned, you're better off.
You look better.
And our boys we're part of it. Omo pupa o, omo pupa le mi fe. You know that song? Like, as I grow older and as I study, I hated the song. But this is a song that I sang as a young child. I sang it with confidence. But now seeing it, like, wow.
But light skin, you could be light skin and you're African.
Yes. Africans will come in all shades.
Yes.
But
because
that's not the problem. The issue is now seeing the light-skinned person as superior to the darker-skinned person. That is the problem.
Mental.
We can give birth to a completely white person.
Because I know that
black and white.
I
black and black.
Even said even the red Indians are blacks.
Absolutely. If you study, even up to today in South India, it's all black people there. You know, in Asia, you find black people. One of the first samurais is a black person. Go and study first samurai. Black. You could see their nose, all of them, like everything, all the features. If life began in Africa, why do we have to question this thing? Life began here. Everybody has accepted that. White, black, Chinese, that life began on this continent.
Life began in Africa.
Life started in terms of life, growth, humans. It started on this continent.
How?
So it's evolution now. You know, even
not
though
biblical.
I mean, I don't even want to go into biblical because we'll be here all day. If I even go into that,
yeah.
It was like Yasuke.
Yeah.
First samurai fiction. It was like his name was Yasuke.
Yeah. You're reading it perfect. Yeah. It's like if you go into it, how come that there's no black people in the Bible if life began in Africa, right? And the only term that they mentioned a black person in the Bible was Barnabas, whom was sometimes called nigger. You can look it up. They called him nigger.
In the Bible?
In the Bible, it's in there. Look for the word nigger in the Bible. It's in there. I think Barnabas, whom sometimes called nigger, right? So, but I don't even want to go there because that's a whole different thing that so many people are.
As much as we don't want to go into religion and all that, I also need to make, because I believe this is, for me, the main reason I'm doing this is because of transfer of knowledge.
Absolutely.
You know, especially for the next generation coming after us.
Very, very important.
Yeah, because we don't have that. Everything is being scrutinized by the media. You get it's part of the reason why this whole Africa is messed up today. You get, because the guys that have the knowledge that can teach people what the real shit is, they don't have the voice.
It's true.
You get, so I want that. I wouldn't mind if you can emphasize on that part that says life begin in Africa.
In Africa, yes.
How so?
I mean, like if you study history, and I'm talking about archaeologists, you know, from a scientific standpoint, in terms of the biochemical marker of life, what they do is they will go back in terms of object, in terms of any findings of life, any breathing, oxygen, instrument, equipment. The furthest they've ever gotten back to has always been on the shore of Africa. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm coming from. It's not. It's scientific. You know, all world-renowned scientists agreed on this. That life began on Africa. You know what I'm saying? So what does that mean, right? In the olden days, and I'm going way back now, that the original concept of anything spiritual and God was the sun, that we worship the sun. That's what we're blessed with in this Africa. That's what we worship originally. So everybody, in terms of even the Egyptians, the pyramids, the ancient Africa, is all from Africa. And if you look at the old map itself, there's no border. There's no border.
There's no border.
You know what I'm saying?
It's from open space. Because
open space.
Even the Garden of Eden.
Yes.
Right? You checked that? Even the Garden of Eden. Now let's even go biblical, right? In the Bible, the Garden of Eden is where Adam and Eve started from, right?
Of course now. Yes.
It's Middle East.
Absolutely. It's not.
And it used to be Africa.
The West. Of course. Yeah. They divided everything. That's all it is. He saw division to rule, divide, and conquer. They divided to the small. They shared countries and shared people like some properties. That's how this was done. If you know the what is that thing? Is it the Berlin 1857 conference that they have?
Yeah.
That was when they decided and shared us. That's why Ghana was called the Gold Coast, because that place is gold there. Ivory Coast. Oh, it's ivories. They call it Ivory Coast.
Oh.
They name places based on what they have
find there.
These people are shrimp. Like they name it after that. Us, nigger area. Nigeria. The word Nigeria doesn't mean anything in any language in Nigeria or in Africa. Don't let me even say in Nigeria. It doesn't mean anything. We're not even Nigerians.
I even heard it's a chick that Lord Lugard had on his voyage that actually named
this. Absolutely. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So for me, those if you're saying we have to restructure, we have to go back, even change the name. I would say change the name of this country. Change it to another name that we give ourselves. So a name that we want, that represent us as people. Yeah, it's a lot.
That's
Urukoyon is very important.
That's deep. That's deep.
I'm telling you,
that's
man.
deep.
Yeah, we have to go back quite far. So it's a lot. The brainwash is so deep. It's going to take us years and years to come for us to unwind everything, unload everything over.
Then start afresh.
Start afresh. But all of us have to be a part of that process. Me teaching my kids, you teaching your kids to have that on my children, all born and raised in New York. They're proud Africans. They'll tell you.
Yeah. My son has never been to Nigeria, and he speaks Yoruba.
Absolutely.
Because I don't speak to him in English. I speak Yoruba to him
language
day and night.
Absolutely. Yeah. They proud African, like, yo, this is it. And the way my mother raised us also was like, I've never grew up to just think like, okay, this person is from this country or that tribe.
Yeah.
My mother was so open, that, and I love that the fact that I was always been able to relate. Me and my brothers and siblings are the same. We relate to anybody. From any country, any background, any language, because I understand that what unites us is a lot bigger than what divides us. And we have to always keep that common purpose, and that will always, keep us going forward. I suppose this guy is Igbo, man. This guy is Fulani or this one. We have to find what unites us. If you're Igbo and I'm Yoruba, or you're from Liberia and I'm from Ghana, it means you're walking down New York. Ask 1,000 white guys to tell us where we're from. Those guys,
African.
Africans.
Yeah, that's what we say.
That's what they're gonna say.
Yeah.
You should have said, I'm Liberian.
I'm
Nigerian.
I'm my Igbo brother.
I'm a Igbo.
Even the guys from the Caribbean, they do it all the time. They'll tell you, I'm not from Haiti. Don't.
Exactly,
I'm a Jamaican.
I'm Jamaican.
There's this set of them that they like to say Trinidad.
Oh yeah.
The Trinidad guys, if you don't call me Jamaican, I'm not.
They don't like it.
they tell you, no, don't call me Jamaican. I'm not from Jamaica. I'm like, but you guys are
island. We're all the same people. Yeah, we're all the same people. So, but I've been fortunate enough. I've always met people, African Americans and Caribbeans, that are of the same mindset as like, yo, I'm African before I'm
anything.
Caribbean before. And I feel like that personally. I'm like, yo, I'm African first before I'm Nigerian. I'm telling you, I'll ride if there was an army that for United States of Africa army, that's the only army I would join or have my children join. Because that will fight for a common purpose.
But if we look even the way some African countries treat their fellow black people from another African countries, that we have a long way to go,
my brother.
Bro.
Like all that xenophobia,
all those shit. Yeah.
I'm like, yo, they locked Mandela up in your country for 27 years,
and you didn't do shit.
You didn't do shit. And you're killing Nigerians and Zimbabweans because they're taking your jobs. South Africa, up to today, South Africa, the white people in South Africa, they dominate 70% of the land. White blacks that are there, which are the majority, Africans, only live on 30% of the land, mostly in shanties. And these idiots They can't. It's embarrassing.
It was weird to me the last time I was in South Africa, and I was talking to guys, and they're telling me they have 4 tribes. They said they have white people. Those white people are not. They are not white people. They are Africans, but they are white skin.
They're white skin.
Yeah. So they said they have white, they have blacks, they have colored, and they have Indians.
Yes.
And I'm like, where are we again? Please remind me. They said we're in South Africa, and you have white people as South Africans. Where are they from?
They're African.
And they dominate that land.
Let me give you a joke, right? So, in my high school in London, right? I think I was like 14 or so. One of our teachers, he's a white guy, and they would always tell me, "Oh yeah, he's from South Africa," and I was confused. I'm like, "What do you mean he's from South Africa? He's a white guy."
Yeah.
And I realized very quickly that in the UK back then, I don't know about now, when you come into the UK as an South African but white, they give you your papers. Yeah, you're born and raised. Your father's in Africa. You're an African, but you're white.
You're white. Yeah.
They give you your papers. But if as a black one, they don't give you from the same place. You know what I'm saying? So everything but in that Africa, you being white, you're privileged more than me. So the African is not privileged in Africa, and the African is not privileged
outside Africa.
Outside of Africa.
So where's the privilege?
So where is the African privilege?
It doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist. Because there's nowhere on earth you go, including here in Nigeria, because every time you're at a gas station or you go to a restaurant, whatever, when the white guy comes or the white woman comes, they look at them more as like, oh, superior. Oh, yeah, let me serve this person first. Let me, be decent, whatever. But you're like, oh, an African guy. Shouldn't it be the other way around?
Yeah.
If I'm treated like that in America, I'm cool. This is not my land. But here, it should be different.
Yeah.
We should be privileged.
Yeah.
But it's not like that.
Yeah. Even most of the companies, you see, they would rather bring an head from China or from Middle East to lead the company and put Africans under them to control. And they do shit, bro. There are some stories I read that I'm just like, are you serious? And this is happening. This is like the slavery thing. Now they're even doing it in your korokoro, I think, on your land.
Yeah, so we have a long way to go. We have to believe in ourselves, and then we have to create these opportunities for ourselves.
I saw a picture.
To change our mindset.
I saw a picture like 2 days ago of a diplomat, a white guy, peeing on the street of Lagos. Did you see it?
No, I didn't see it.
Bro.
On the street?
On the street. I think it should be either Ikorodu Road or Third Mainland. The driver parked, he was peeing. And it's freaking white, and the plate number says diplomat.
Shit.
And somebody snapped him.
Damn it.
And I'm like, can you fucking do this in your own country?
Hell freaking no.
But you're just peeing on the street of Lagos, like, who cares?
Nothing, everybody does it.
The worst that will happen is you will pay money, even if they...
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Like, imagine I come to your studio right now, right? And I eat some cookies, right? And then I now just throw the trash on the floor.
Yeah.
It speaks volume about what I think about your place.
Yes.
And it speaks volume about what I think about myself.
And
every day, I see a lot of Nigerians just do it. Like litter, piss somewhere, or even piss on toilet.
Yeah.
They won't wipe it. We have to look after our own place.
Bro.
It's so important.
Do you know that I know somebody, I've read a gist about some guy that peed in Jersey on the street, and the camera caught him, and they registered him as a sex offender.
What? Because he exposed himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we are saying Baba Jesha raped somebody. There you go. But if you look at the bottom of all these problems, right, we don't even value ourselves to that level. That because if you wake up by 5 a.m. and driving on the street of Lagos, you see people taking their bath.
Of course, on the street.
On the streets. You
Yeah.
know, you see people, you know, pooing.
Of course.
You get, and they expose. Sometimes you even have kids in the car,
Of course. And they expose
and they
them.
expose them to
Yeah.
all that.
All
You get,
that.
and you are complaining about you have pedophiles everywhere.
Yeah. It's all so you talked about earlier in terms of solution. How do we fix all of this?
Yeah.
There's no one solution. It's an all round. It's like the problem in Africa is not just one, or in Nigeria. It's so many, and we keep addressing the symptoms instead of us identifying the disease and treat the disease, which will cure the symptoms. But we keep fixing symptoms, and it's a
But I think
It's a
leadership
major
is a major role, though. Leadership is a major role, because I've heard so many head of states, especially presidents in Africa, they used to say that if Nigeria gets it right, Africa will get it right.
I believe so.
And I believe so too.
Yeah, I believe so.
You get, because Ghanaian president has some positive vibes that I feel all the time. You know, when I listen to him talk,
Yes.
I feel like, okay, there's that spirit of leadership
Of course.
that is present that we don't see around here.
No.
Bubu doesn't even talk to us.
We don't even know who the guy. We don't even know if the man is dead or alive.
He doesn't even talk to us.
Yeah, it doesn't. No, you're right. You know, it's sad. Like he has, and if we get it right in Nigeria,
Yeah.
we will get it right everywhere else,
Yeah,
and
everywhere
it's
else.
important. But for me, in terms of us having a voice outside of Africa, I believe the leadership of Africa have to come together. They have to be strong. It doesn't mean we must use one passport,
Yeah.
speak the same language, but we must have the same vision, the
So,
same set.
what exactly are they doing in that African Union that they said they do?
I don't
Because
know.
they have the
They kind of
freaking
don't give us passports. They, I don't know what they're doing there. But again,
Because they go say they're doing some African Union meeting, they put themselves together, and these
Yeah.
are old guys, men that understand how things work around the world. You get men with experience.
Of
They
course,
sit
yeah.
together, and nobody's talking about how to fix this continent.
it's a problem. I feel like people see themselves as separate,
Hmm.
you know? As
Yeah,
separate.
like we're different.
Yeah, why as different as Europe is, they work together a lot.
A lot.
Well, now anyway, better than
Yeah.
before they killed each other over us. In terms of sharing, well, at least now everybody had their own
Their own
piece
place,
of the cake.
yeah.
They work together. European Union and all these things. They work together for a reason, and we have to create the same thing. Even trading amongst ourselves, as like if we get it right in Africa, there's nothing that you need outside of this continent.
Yeah.
We-
You know-
nothing.
You know, that was what China did. There was a time China closed their border for years. I think it's close to 10 years
Yeah.
that everything you want stays, that's
Is there.
done there.
How much money do we spend ordering from America? You know,
Everything.
everything. You know, everything we have to import. We can build. The Igbos, I love them for their industrial mindset, just
Yeah.
like the Chinese.
Yeah.
So we have that.
Mm.
You know, we have that already. So let the Yorubas do what they can do, Hausas do what they can do, the Igbos do what they can do, work together, combine resource, build. The problem we're seeing today is that people, we're not sharing, the wealth is not being shared, power is not being shared, and it has to, you know, so you can't blame this set of people that feel like
Why
we
is
are
it?
unjust.
Why is it that the Igbos cannot be president of this country?
For me, for whatever it is, political reason, we're all Nigerians. So I don't get why.
Because I don't get
should
it
be
too.
a
Because I
problem.
thought they said it was because
Yeah.
of the civil war, but
The Biafra
who
war.
cares? You
Yeah.
already had that. That's gone.
Done and dusted.
Yeah, it's done and dusted. This is
Yeah.
a new era.
A new era,
Yeah,
yeah,
why
exactly.
can't an Igbo man rule this country? For
Trust.
God's sake.
People don't
Because
trust themselves.
since I've been
Yeah.
growing up, he's always
Of
an
course.
Hausa person
Yeah,
or a Yoruba
or Yoruba
person,
person.
and it's
People
getting worse.
It is getting
It's not getting better
People don't trust themselves.
because Good Luck is not an Igbo person.
No.
Good Luck is from I believe it's Niger Delta. Yeah, middle belt, right?
It's the closest we've ever had to
Yeah.
Igbo.
Yeah. So what happened to the East? why are they segregated?
You know,
like
I
no,
was
they are
having
not part
a
of us.
conversation the other day with somebody, and I was talking about it. A lot of Yorubas and Igbos, they're not really deep in the military, you know. And I'm like, So don't complain because most of our rulers started off from military. Even the Yorubas. It's very, very important. Military, the power, that's the people that control this country.
Do you know that somebody told me?
Yeah.
Somebody told me that NSAS, that protest that took that long, that if it was other tribes that dominated the military, the story would have changed.
Completely. It would have changed.
They said the story would have changed. But because it's the men from the
north.
Yeah, they held it down. That nothing.
They held it down, nothing, and it's so important. We need to infiltrate the military. Like we need to have our children joining the military, so they're there. They can make decisions. Because when you rank up, the same even in the U.S., some of the most powerful black people that I know, they're in the military. You know, the military is the one protecting United States president, protecting the country. That's why Taliban can't come there. If it's not the military, what else? So military, they come in America even to become president. When you serve, when you're a military man, the respect is different.
Yeah.
Like this guy.
Yeah.
You know?
Even in England too.
Like Colompano, those guys. They wanted him to run for president.
Yeah.
And they would have voted for him. Black man also. You know? So in Nigeria, like when you say Major this, General Buhari, Babangida, Abacha, they're military men. But we know how we're scared to die. Until Nigerians are say, listen, like the Taliban mentality, are ready to carry bomb for their body like this and face their enemies, we're not moving nowhere. And it has to get to that point when we're ready to die. You know, and there's no revolution that's ever happened in the history of the world without blood.
Shed, yeah.
Blood must be shed. Even if you worship Shango, oh my, you spill blood, you know. So blood must be shed, you know. So we have to infiltrate military, you know, also. And you're right, that without NSAS, our people are not there. The Igbos are not there. Your guys are not there. Because they carry microphone.
Yeah, they shout for
less celebrity. All these guys with machine guns are there. It's different, man.
Yeah. Even when they came shooting, it was
nothing.
Because I saw news that saying they were not even speaking a language that they understand. Some people said they are soldiers from another country, but we know that.
Of course, yeah. So it's important. Imagine he's an Igbo man that's standing next to Buhari like this, next to him. You know, the guy won't say, "This guy, you're not working for us." You talk sense to him. You're not working for. You're not representing us. You know, so it changes the story, the narrative.
You know, I saw I think he's a pastor that was saying it, that since 1960, no Yoruba man has ever headed Port Authority.
Wow.
It has always been.
I didn't know
and no Yoruba man has ever headed customs.
Yeah.
And those are the points where things are coming into this country. It has always been the North. You know, I saw the video. I was listening to it. I was like, is this true? I wanted to check, but I really did not do a fact checking about it. But if that is true, it speaks volume. That's man. And this dude, Sunday Go, I don't know if you.
Oh yeah, I know of him. Yes.
You get. I don't know how far he can go.
Yeah.
I don't know how far he can go because there's so much more than just breaking out and say, okay, you want to create a Yoruba nation. There's so much more in things.
Again, military. You know, you have to look at like revolutions over the years
around the world,
how this has happened, how it has been achieved. You know, you need the military in any country. In Russia, it was the same.
Yeah.
In Europe, it was the same. European freedom from America, it was the same. You need a military or a group of people that are ready to die, that are trained, that are organized, that have a protocol, and follow the same vision in place. And until that happens, we're not going to see any major revolution.
Do you have in-depth knowledge about this Israel and Palestine issue?
Oh,
These ones they've been killing.
I just saw that yesterday.
They've been messing themselves up, like, and this Ramadan period, right?
Of course.
What exactly?
And no one's going to do nothing about it. Again, power, Israel, power. America support them. You know, the Israel, they run in America. They control the U.S. So they're not going to budge in and rain down on them. Yeah. They have the power. We don't have it. Economic, military power, they have it. We don't have it. And it's so important. You know, it's hard to respect a man when he's not on the same level as you and you want to start making demands. It's different now. Like, guy, you can't even speak it. You can't even enter this room, get past that security, and you want to start making demands on me. I would say someone said it like, listen, until we're not going to get respected in this country or outside of this country, if we keep begging them for money, begging them for food, begging them for education, we're not. You know, we have to be able to come to the table, and we have what it takes in terms of resource, minerals. We have everything.
Somebody was complaining to me on how much the Chinese people are obtaining lands in Africa. Like they said they are just buying in masses.
Zambia, I've seen like documentaries. They not just, it's not like they're coming in and doing like some technology work. Some of these guys are farmers. Yeah, they're doing farming work. Some are doing carpentry. Yeah, one guy I saw on YouTube, he's making bags for rice and Gary. Chinese man. He's supplying Nigerians, other countries in Africa. Just the bags for Gary, and we don't even make it. Industrialized it.
We don't make anything. we don't make anything. Even toothpick we import.
Yo,
bro.
It's sad, man, but it's the reality.
Yeah.
That's what we have to be ready. We have to be willing to do the dirty job, the dirty work, learn this thing, and build over here. We need it. Like,
is there like a body, maybe you know of anyone that are working to fix things in Africa? You know, but like a combined like
no
people,
not
like
really.
People with influence that are working together to. No, I'm not talking about the politicians.
Exactly.
I mean, people with influence, with real knowledge that are coming.
A lot of them has been killed. The people that had that mindset, that vision, with influence, they've killed all of them. You know, so we now have to educate ourselves and new people to fill these positions. People like Kwame Nkrumah is one of my models. Like, when I think about leaders, his mindset, like when you see your fellow men that speak a different language, that's completely different, and you see that, I'll die for these people. You know, that's the kind of people I'm talking about. You know, and that's what it did. Like,
I know there are some brothers on YouTube. I know one is called Zion. I don't know if you've ever listened to him. They give so much knowledge, you know, so much insight about why Africa is like. They do a whole lot of talk, you know, but he's always on YouTube.
Yeah, they don't even have the power and influence.
It doesn't go past that
exercise
platform.
it. So what we now need, right, is people. That's what, bro. It's gonna start from within. When you have a common vision and you believe in this country and you believe on this continent, then you can now say, there's these 4 guys there, they're trying to do this, how can I support
them?
You know, maybe you don't have the full knowledge and understand, but you have the power, you have the resource, you have the trucks, you have money in the bank. It's okay, you guys need this. Here is this.
Do you know that?
You know, so
because do you know that in China, right, the Google is different.
Yes. Oh yeah. Facebook.
You cannot access Facebook.
You cannot.
You can't access Twitter. You know, everything is so they have their own.
Absolutely. Yeah.
They have their own. So even if you're trying to look for information, they control their own narrative.
Absolutely.
You get?
Yeah.
But let an African person come up with a social media platform. We won't join.
At all. They will not. But meanwhile, we are the ones selling every other platform. YouTube came to Nigeria because they're seeing the amount of numbers that's generated from Nigeria.
Yeah.
The same thing with Netflix.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, there's something called Black Twitter, which is mainly for black people.
For black people. Yeah. So We don't push all these things
So even our narrative, at the end of the day, our narrative is still going through them,
through the
so they can filter what they want you to see.
You know what what give me joke sometimes when Instagram shut down a celebrity account or something, and every other celebrity friends and now start saying, please tag them, release his account. Dude, seriously, it's not even our platform. We don't have one. We have to bet. we can't even control our information.
Oh Lord,
it's scary. We can't control it. Nothing. So all your 10 million, 20 million followers, they can
collect and get just done from you.
Where is this guy? Oh, he's no longer online.
Me, I even believe, even my own account, I believe it's shadow banned because the account used to count backwards. When when new person follow me, it subtracts one. I'm telling you, my Instagram.
You've offended somebody.
I don't know. It just keeps going back. I'm like, what did I do?
Offended somebody.
It comes backward. Yeah, and more like.
Oh man.
Baba is complex.
It's very complex.
Very complex, because even if you say you want to do your own platform and you want to put Africans on it, apart from the fact that your people will first hate you, they won't join. Even to make the technology to work perfectly in this part of the world is trouble.
It's tough. But you know what is interesting is the fact that venture capitalists and Silicon Valley, they're paying attention to Nigeria, especially. And Ghana also, obviously. But if you have a platform that they see an interest in it, and they can say, okay, potentially this can grow, and we have the numbers in Africa. That's the biggest thing, even in Nigeria, 200 million deep. They will support it. They will back it up, because to create a lot of those platforms, we're talking like hundreds of millions of dollars. So it's expensive, but it can be done, because we're seeing the likes of Flutter Wave and other technology, payment system. So, but what we now need is venture capitalists in Nigeria, in Africa, as opposed to venture capitalists, because what it means is that they own those.
Once they buy it, they own it.
They own 50%, 70%.
No, most times they do 51.
They own it.
So they own it.
So they own controlling shares. So it's important. If we don't control those things,
and we have people that has this money,
they have the money, but again, it goes back. That's symptoms. It goes back to the disease itself. We have to get to the bottom of it, right? Look at it in Nigeria. We have BVN, bank verification number, right? Now they have NIN, right? In America, your social security, you can't. If you fuck up with that number, right? If inside hole, chicken hole, they will find you, right? Yeah. So a lot of investors do not trust that they will be able to get their funds back. Someone can disappear. If you borrow somebody money now, right? 100K, 200K. If they move out of their house, they change their SIM. How would you find them?
Bro. They stole my friend's car, bro. Bro, let me just tell you. They stole my friend's car. The person that stole the car sold the car in Lagos, and the car was stolen in Lagos, and he sold it to another person in Lagos. He was just driving, and he just saw, what are you to me? I'm telling you. So when they started tracking, and they got the person that bought it, he actually used the guy didn't even change the color.
Before he sold
it. They just removed the plate and they sold it to someone else. I'm like, how possible now? Are you people mad? It's mad to me. In the same city, you stole a car, you sold it to another person in the same city, and you don't think that
you didn't even take to the shop.
No,
spend small money.
Just
change color, change wheels, everything.
The guy who said it was something, there was a mark on the car, maybe a bone seat or something that he saw. I'm like,
it's still there.
It cannot be this perfect. Like, this is my car. Same Lagos.
That says it all. VC. Even microfinancing. It's hard to verify people. It's hard to verify people. This man can disappear. Completely. So now imagine you invest in millions of dollars. So Yeah, the trusting issue is still there, so we have to fix all those things.
If a white company, an angel investor from other countries, can trust and put the money down and say, okay,
why can't we?
Why can't we?
That we're living in the same place. It can be done, but they're not. Again, mentality. The Africans don't believe in Africans. You know, a white person will come and say, "Oh my God, look at this! This is African. This has got the tribal marks. Which tribe is this from?" And European will say, you have, you know, and African will say, "You need tribal marks, man."
Yeah.
You know, leave him.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, someone will see like, "Wow, this is beautiful."
Yeah.
Come on, slippers. If you bring it from Yankee for somebody, they love it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, they make these slippers here with original leather patterns and everything. Yeah. It's beautiful. But they look at like local. That mentality, we have to change it.
My travel marks.
Yeah.
I've met a whole of white people that want to know what does this mean? What does this mean? You get
yeah.
But a black person will look at you like, even in Nigeria, we are Okola Oshi.
And it's crazy. That's proper brainwash, to make us hate ourselves. There's a level of hatred to ourselves, and it's scary. Proper hatred. Like you look at another man that look just like you, say, you know, you're black. You know?
Little Juno.
Yeah, you know. You know? And I've heard terminology like, "Oh man, you know, I'm having a bath. You know, and come out yellow." You know? You know?
Oh Lord.
It's crazy, man.
It's crazy. There's, like I said, on learning, we need to start.
Yes.
You know, teaching people. Then I think they should change all the school curriculums.
Yeah.
You know,
we have to.
They need to.
Yeah, we have to. Yeah, it's very, very important. The brainwash. You know, let them study people that look like them, so they believe. You know, most of us, like, your first teachers are your parents.
Yeah.
You know, you want to be like them. My father was a soldier.
Yeah.
I wanted to be a soldier.
Yeah.
Naturally. You know, Jay-Z said it that his cousins and nephews, they want to be rappers. He said, like, if he was still selling drugs, they would have wanted to be drug dealers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because they could see.
That's what Uncle does.
See the success. Yeah.
In Lamborghinis and Ferraris, I want to be like him. His family.
Now they want to be rappers.
He loves me, I love him. But now they want to be business moguls. You know, because they go to the office,
and
the city, they see what it's doing.
Yeah.
You know, and they want to be like that. So the influence of
what you
us
see,
or what you see is so important.
Goes a long way.
So our children from nursery, elementary to university, they need to see people like us, top black scientists, African scientists. They need to know that we built the pyramids of Egypt. They need to know it's Africans that did it.
And there's a whole lot of them around the world. A whole lot of fantastic Africans.
There's no country I've been that some of the leading scientists there are not Africans.
Yeah.
There's none. The top senior doctors.
Yeah.
The Nigerians or Ghanaians.
Yes, even in America.
Same thing in the US.
Yeah.
They Africans. When these idiots here, your governments, when they fly their private jets to go and get treated in America, it's African doctors that's treating them. African doctors. So instead of your president going for checkup, why can't they do checkup here if we have the infrastructure? Is it the money that we don't have?
Yeah.
We have the money. They don't believe in it. So why should a common man believe in it? So we have to.
We
have a long way to go. But we started off this in terms of us being here. We have to be here to see it, to feel it, to address it, and to fix it.
Yeah, and then one other thing I would like to address is, if you know you are interested, like you want to go back to Africa, right? You don't know how to navigate your way, you are coming back to Nigeria, you don't know how to reach out to me, DM me, DM course.
Absolutely.
We'll put you
Absolutely.
through. You can
Yeah.
live very well
Absolutely.
and be fine.
Yes.
You get.
It's
Don't
true.
believe everything you see online
No,
or
no,
the media. They are fantastic places. They are fantastic
Yes.
job opportunities.
Absolutely.
So you can always DM, and trust me, we'll put you through. There's nothing there. It's not as scary as they pinned it. Okay.
no, it's true, man. It's true.
Do you still
Yeah.
do artist promotions and tours? Or US
Yes,
tours and all that?
yeah, definitely. You know, like now that things started to open up, we'll start doing it. So everything that I've been doing, I'm gonna continue doing it. The NAA Awards,
Yeah, the
the One
NAA.
African Music Fest, Nigerian Parade, and our Foley's, working with
Yeah.
Shaman and the team.
Yeah.
We're gonna be doing events and
Well,
production and stuff.
I think they just shut everything down.
Yeah, they just
But
just
what's going on with this? Because
Bro,
it be like say me, I don't want to get that again.
You know this thing, right? Even me, I'm confused. Because we receive news. They say, okay, no clubs, no bars, nothing. And then everybody say, oh, it's fake news. They
Yeah.
say, here's the video that
Yeah.
shows
Yeah.
it's fake news. A man
Yeah.
speaking, like me and you are here.
Yeah.
Speaking, say it's fake news.
Yes.
Then another video now came. They say, that video was fake news.
Yes. Yes.
And I'm like, when do you get original news from in Nigeria?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. But my own point
It's
is,
crazy.
why are they shutting us down?
I think that's just for political reasons because the numbers are not going up. America is opening up. UK, I think from this Monday, they're opening up fully. The numbers in Nigeria are not going up. How many people have you seen dying on the street for COVID?
Even the first lockdown that you did, was it enforced?
Bro, when
Are
I
people
came
not
down,
going
right,
out every day?
when
Because this thing
when
is
I
beginning
came
to look
down,
like.
I went to Balogun Market, right? And I was like, first I had on my mask, tights. Like
Are you
this.
there?
And they're looking at me like, who is this Mugum? Like, I felt I was the only one with a mask. No, I mean, if COVID is really killing people in this country, this place will be mortuary.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's not having the same impact as it is
So-
all over the world. So,
But they said they found. I read one news this morning that said they found the strain, the Indian strain, which is different from the US.
where?
They found it in Benin. They said Edo State. They found it in Edo State, and they just felt like, okay, because they found that strain. And meanwhile, your isolation center, they said there are less than 30 people there out of 300 million people. Are you fucking kidding me?
For me, it's
And
just
you
for-
shutting
it's
everything
for
down
political
again?
reasons. It doesn't make
You're
sense.
shutting everything down again after you shut people down for almost a year with no incentive. There's no support or anything. People
Yeah.
hardly survived.
Yeah, there's a most people die of hunger as opposed to COVID.
Yeah.
You
And
be-
now you're doing it again
Yeah,
with
yeah.
with. Please, who are the special advisor to
I
these
don't
people?
know.
Now? Because I don't.
Is
It's beginning to
Yeah.
be like. Meanwhile, they said they robbed Aso Rock. Did you?
is that true?
The dude confirmed
Is it true?
The dude confirmed it now.
As in,
That
like,
is-
the-
It wasn't successful, but
Yeah, but
as in the White House of Nigeria.
Yeah.
That was wrong.
Yeah.
I give up.
They said they robbed the house, so probably they want to try and don't let robbers come close. Is why they because I want to.
Yeah, I think it's
I want to-
political reasons. I think it's more security as opposed to COVID.
Yeah,
Because
so
we
why
all
they-
know now it's
yeah,
bullshit.
Yeah, why are
It's
they
not
lying that
good.
it's
Why are they
COVID?
doing it?
It's not
Well,
COVID.
now you're gonna make millions of people suffer this
Yeah.
because of your own issue, unable to protect and defend yourself.
Hmm.
You know.
So
hopefully they open back up.
They announced that they are shutting
And the way
down.
the way they do it also is like they just announce, oh, tonight, from tonight.
But
Not
let me now ask. Let me. I even want to ask whoever is in that office. I want to ask him one very funny question, and the question is: when you say curfew should be from 12 a.m. to 4 a.m., right? Are you saying the virus only comes out
At night.
at night and only those hours? Because I need to
I
understand.
love that question.
I need to understand what your concept is.
I didn't think about it
Yeah,
that way, but
I need to understand what your concept is between 12 a.m. and 4. Like virus man holiday at the time you go back here because it does not make any sense.
the vow is a club goer, that's why.
Because during the day, everything
That's a
check your
good
bus,
one, man.
check your buses, check the market, everything packed. And you are saying by 12 to 4 a.m. people should not step out because virus wants to operate.
So let's just do day parties.
Oh God.
Go everywhere is jam packed, bro. Do they even go to the markets and see what's happening there?
are not, bro. If you go to Ibadan, Lagos is even better. You know, Lagos had some measures like if you go to Ibadan or Ogun, those people
they don't even know.
They don't even know if, and they come to Lagos every day. They go back. Yeah. They go to everywhere every day. I do back and forth. And you're saying by 12 to 4 we shouldn't move because the virus wants to come out. So by the morning, by the time they open up by 5 a.m., virus will go and sleep. And then you can go back to your business. Is that what you're telling us? Because it doesn't make any fucking sense.
Bro, he's mad. When you look at it, I've never done, but just thinking about it from the way you know, like, what can you do, man?
Bro.
You know, it's mad.
Oh, God. How long have we done? Have we done 2 hours?
1 hour, 10 minutes.
Oh good. So the music thing, right?
Yes.
Are you, okay, once everything is more settled now, NA is coming back.
Absolutely.
I know once they open up, the carnivals will come back in London and all that.
We have potential dates for all of you right now.
Oh, nice.
Already.
Nice.
Carnivals.
About tours?
The same thing with tours. Working on some tours.
Yeah, US, UK.
For the US. I'm working with some guy in Sierra Leone, Caldinero.
Oh, okay.
He's a big, like the biggest hip hop group over there.
Oh, okay.
Working with now, so bring him out here. Go back to US. We did a tour just before the lockdown. We did a tour in Europe, Germany, France. We did Spain, Italy, a couple of places.
Oh wow!
They don't know him in Nigeria, but the brother's a monster.
And the whole of Sierra Leonean in America too.
Yes,
There's a whole lot of.
So the music, you know, we have that in common, right? It's in the blood, man. You know. It's in the bloodstream, and we love music. I love music because it brings people together. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What's your experience like when you take a Nigerian artist for tour in the US? And
man, I think when you're in
are they cool-headed?
Yeah. You mean the artist?
The artist.
Don't let us enter that one.
Because that promoter talk, especially Yankee promoters, they decrease well. They fight well.
No,
because there's always an issue.
No, there's always you've seen artists being beaten up, right? I think who's that guy's name again? What's his name? They beat him up in
New York,
in Maryland.
In Maryland,
I know the guy too. What's this brother's name? That was in the Yan video that does the dance.
MC Galaxy. He got beat up in Maryland.
You know.
What did he do?
I think he came late to the show. He came very late. This thing was bad. Yeah, it beat him up. You know, but it's an issue we have to continue to address. That a lot of Nigerian artists, not all of them. Yeah. You know, I've worked with some of the best, most coolest, level-headed, but a lot. When they go to America, they get into this mindset like I'm God, like, you know, like I can do whatever. Yeah. You know, and it's not fair to the promoters that spend money. Time, energy to bring them over. How can you come from Nigeria, all the way from Nigeria, and be showing up to the concert that starts at 10 p.m. at 3 a.m. knowing that legally clubs must close by 4 a.m. in America?
They don't think like that. They believe it's Lagos.
You know, not Lagos.
Lagos, you can club till 7. Yeah. You know, so that's the mindset they will come with. And
so, and I think Nigerians were proud. We're proud people. Very proud.
Naturally.
When you've worked with Ghanaian artists and French Africans artists,
they don't do that. They fucking keep the time. 8 p.m. is 8 p.m.
This guy, what's his name? He's from Uganda. The artist from Uganda. One of the biggest artists from Uganda. He had a big song. At that time when we brought him to the NEAs, he had, his song was like peak. He was like the biggest artist in Uganda, right? And I remember his name. Anyway, he got to the airport, right? And we were running late, errands, you know, NEA stuff. And then he was at the airport. We were somewhere far. Yeah. The person I was supposed to pick him up was not there yet. And he called us. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. He said, bros, don't worry about it. He said, what's the address for the hotel? Yeah. He took a Uber there. Straight. I said, Top Alpha, this guy's taking Uber. He said, he took a Uber there. He got to the airport, to the hotel. His name was not even on the stuff. He paid. He's top artist.
Bro, if the Nigerian artist, go don't change them for you. If they'll say they go back.
If they come out of the airport and you're not there standing to see you already, the fight is already starting from there. Do you see the difference there, bro?
Yeah, I know.
I'm telling you.
I know. They're my people.
I know.
I deal with the whole of them.
But bro, we have to switch it up, man.
Yeah.
And work together better. Because it's been too many issues. Yeah, too many issues. Even up down to recent, very, very recent. Yeah, I'm talking just a couple of weeks ago. Like, artists, I won't name him, he's a big one, paid him for Jersey. He double booked, ended up in Dallas. He didn't show.
Wow.
We now find out it was like communication issues and stuff. Those things can be prevented. It should not be happening.
Is it, then another thing is, that Nigerians, they have this mindset that contract is nothing. I'm telling you, they'll sign, they'll sign the contract, though, but they might not even go through it or read it. It's nothing, you get. And I used to tell them that, see, it could be nothing in Nigeria, and even in Nigeria, right, if they owe you, say you sign something, you get, but let's do that. But don't fuck with contracts when it's outside the borders of Nigeria, because you get yourself in deep mess. But many of these guys just overlook, like, there
was a time, right, that I remember back then. Again, I won't name them because we were pretty much family. Fuck it, P-Square.
Okay.
Right, back then, P-Square. The family, literally, and I'm not saying this, so take back from them. But I remember back then, we brought them my homegirl Joy Tongo.
Okay, Joy, yeah.
Joy was managing their tour.
Okay.
And then we were working with Joy to bring P-Square. I think she did their visas for them. But there was another guy in New York, Balogun. You probably know him. He owns a newspaper in New York. There's only two major newspapers, the African or something.
Okay.
One of the two major Nigerian newspapers. He owns one of them.
Okay.
It does shows.
Yeah.
Older man than all. He has trying to fight visa for them, or he did visa for them also. Somehow, some way, they now started working with us, working with Joy. The team went through. When he now find out, he saw our posters, everything, he said, no, you guys can't do this show. They said you cannot.
Balogun said you cannot.
Balogun said we cannot do it.
Okay.
This guy took an injunction against P-Square.
Wow.
To go to court. Yeah. And the boys were like, court. We know they enter court. But I understood where they come from.
Court.
Wait,
they go court.
P-Square, man.
Yeah, who they go court?
Court for what?
They go court. They go court for Nigeria now.
We're not going court. We had to go to court with lawyers to fight the case. Yeah, I remember my daughter was young back then, and I had her with me, so I had to take her to the court.
To the court.
Yeah, and to dead the case.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm saying we had to go twice because they dropped it. He took it out again. Different judge, I think 2 or 3 days before the show. The guy wants to shut us down, man. But when you're talking about legality, those are the kind of things that our artists have to understand.
Yeah.
That there's a legal issue, it's a big implications. And I feel like artists should be involved also. I feel like those are kind of situations that the artists, the promoters and the people that are selling it come together. Okay, how do we resolve these things? Come together. Saying you should not get to that level.
Yeah.
But a lot of the artists, the mentality is like, you're nobody.
Then again, it gets into their head. The fame thing gets into their head real quick, and before you know it, you just be like, is it not the same person 2 years ago that was? Now they have shoulders and feathers.
Artists are big and say, let me get on that show.
Yeah.
Become big and don't pick up call or something or whatever, or even manager is demanding business class tickets, also demanding the executive room, also instead of a standard room,
just like that.
I'm like, dude, you're not the artist. You're not the artist. you know, or managers not returning calls or emails and things. I'm like, what the fuck else are you doing? That's your job.
Even money. Yeah. Sometimes the kind of money they demand, you know, and promoters will be telling them, nobody's going to give you this kind of money in America. You can make it in Nigeria, but nobody's going to give you it because people work here per hour, you know, and the promoter investing wants to make his money back. So if you ask for one ridiculous
there's no sponsors.
No sponsors. You get it's these guys that run this thing. So if you ask for one ridiculous amount of money, how do you want them to make their money at the end of the day?
Most don't, and most don't. I've known promoters in the US that you say like Olamide wants like 15,000, and I go to Olamide and I'll talk to the team. Like, okay, I'm doing this show, 15K. I'll give you like 70% heads up. Another promoter goes to Olamide and I'm like, oh no, we already got a show. Say how much? They pay me my fee, 15K. Say I'll pay you 5K extra. We sign contract. So I'll pay you 5K extra so I can do the show. Loyalty. There's no loyalty. I've seen that too many times.
Wow.
Yeah. They now collect the show. Say, no, I'm doing the show now. Poster change, delete poster, everything. This has happened several times.
Wow.
Yeah. So you can see on promoter side, you can see on the artist side.
Because sometimes I know that they even contribute money among themselves. And say they want to do a tour for an artist. The promoters, like 5 of them, 6 from Chicago, from Dallas, from Houston, from New York, they'll come together, then pay the artist and take them around.
Man, I'm no promoter though that didn't eat for a month after doing shows.
Yeah, I know.
Because it's not the same for Yankee, you know. Because in Nigeria, if you bring Davido or Naira Marley, lots of people will come.
Yeah.
But Naira Marley can walk, you know, from your house in New York to New Jersey.
And nobody knows him.
Nobody knows him. Right?
Yeah.
We are, so you are, when you're promoting them in the US, you're promoting them to their core audience, people that listen to the music, that knows them.
Yeah.
You know, back then, before social media, we used to go and promote in church.
Yeah.
We go to
you know this thing that I said, I've said it about Wizkid before and told somebody that Wizkid can walk from here to Jersey
100%.
And nobody will recognize it. It's not possible. Baba, what do you they talk? I say you don't know how this place works. You will
take trains.
See, even their own stars will walk the same distance. They won't see him or her.
Yeah. It's too man.
Everybody they hustle for.
Everybody who has your time.
Walk.
Yeah, everybody's working, man. Morning and night, double shift.
Yeah.
All that stuff. So it's painful when I mean, man, with the NEAs, the stories. If I tell stories, it's not easy.
NEA is close to a decade now that you guys have been running it though.
We've done NEAs before where all of us we've maxed our credit cards to the point that one day, right, one show, I was at the after party and I'm by the door and I'm looking at the money. I'm like, yo, we're good. You know, and then I remember talk about you just calling my phone, cause Alpha. Say, listen, they won't let the artist back to the hotel room, but the credit card is didn't go through. The hotel now saying no more credit card.
They want cash.
They want cash or debit to swap, collect their money. So all the money from the after party, they collect everything. They came and collect it every time.
Go back and go and sort.
By the time we get to the hotel, artists. Nigerian artists every day. Koni Daphne, they yelling already. Like, yo, this was a set. Like,
whoa.
Yo, it was mad. Though. I'm saying the hotel. Just when you went to hotel room, and Two-Face is there. Two-Face was mad. Yo, God bless that brother, man. You know, enter room or you just sit down there. How far they hell? So when they sort the issue out, you know, if there's somewhere else I can go, you know. No, but there was some ladies, I don't go mention their name. They were yelling there, going mad. Like, you brought me all the way from Nigeria. Are you mad? Do you know who I am? I can't even go in my hotel room. I went back out this and that. You know, it's a different system there, man. Yeah. At the NEAs, Zimo will laugh at this one. At the NEA. It was Two-Face birthday party, right?
Yeah.
And this is in Manhattan. So, you know, thing now. No one send you. You must bring your ID to
Of
enter
course,
club.
yeah.
So Two-Face, when was his birthday party, and we're doing it his after party for him as part of NEA weekend for birthday. He pull up in front of the club like this in a stretch limo that we order everything. Stretch limo. He came out. Two-Face, everybody's hailing him already.
No ID.
All those MI, ice cream, everybody up there.
I see where this is going.
No ID, my brother. You cannot enter.
Baba no go enter.
Nope.
No.
J Martins, everybody's upstairs. How far? Where's the birthday boy? Cake up. You can't enter. Bro.
You'll have to go hard.
I spent 45 minutes downstairs with securities that we're paying for the night.
Yeah.
Begging them to let him enter. They say, everyone you see here, they came for him. It's his birthday. They say, no IDs, no entry.
Yeah.
You know how he eventually enter? The guy that owned the building, he was in, I think, Vegas. They woke him up in the middle of the night.
Whoa.
The guy woke up. Had to call, talk to the man, beg him. Before he now gave them permission, say, let him enter. So when you're talking about they know,
because there are rules, there are rules, there are principles, there are guidelines that these people work by, and you cannot.
It doesn't matter who you are.
No, you cannot break it. Yeah,
they won't break it, and that's like, So our music industry has to grow past that. We, knowing that, listen, what works here doesn't necessarily work
somewhere else.
Yeah. Like, I think one Africa show, maybe 2 years ago in New York, in Coney Island.
Yeah.
Burna Boy was coming in, and then he had to go through the metal detector.
Yeah.
And he didn't want to. And this is a Live Nation building. Yeah. In fact, one of the owners is right there, looking at everything. It's like, no, you have to go through the
detector,
metal detector. And he said, no. This thing, it was bad though. This thing got into another situation. And we just try to explain, dude, everybody does this. And it's like, me. If this was Jay-Z, would you ask him to go through the metal detector? Jay-Z will never question it because
it will go through.
Normal.
Yeah, that's the protocol. That's the protocol. Yeah.
This thing called Wala.
I'm born and stubborn. You no go agree. You no go agree. Go say no they enter.
He almost missed the show. This is like the act before him was on stage. I think Techno was on stage. Burna was after. Paul Lowe, everybody running around, yelling, bugging, and even, Mama Burna was bugging out. Also, so we have to be on the same page, man. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
Like, to understand that.
Yeah,
everybody calm down. Let's do what we gotta do. There's protocol. Of course, in Nigeria here, we don't have that much of a gun issue.
Yeah.
Maybe there's no metal detector.
Yeah.
Or even if there is or there's none, you may not have to go through because we know you're the artist. You're not coming here with drama. But your entourage may have a weapon on it.
Yeah.
And you're rolling deep, like 16 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You roll deep.
Yeah, you gotta make sure everybody's safe.
Yeah.
But the boy don't grill. I'm telling you, he almost missed that slot. This is when the first album is off. Everybody came to see him.
See him, yeah.
Yeah.
that OT, this our Niger OT, we they carry him go anywhere. You get sometimes if you see, they don't even tell you, they don't need to tell you say, oh, they're Nigerians.
You will know.
You will know.
No, the Nigerians, we're very proud, we're arrogant, we're cocky. Yeah. No, seriously, we are. We're loud.
Yeah, very loud.
You know that.
Yeah, very loud.
These guys are Nigerians.
Yeah.
If you go even in the States or you go to a party and it's a Ghanaian promoter, or not, you know the Nigerians.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been to event before that's like Ethiopian independence.
Yeah.
And there were more Nigerians there than the Ethiopians. In New York.
Yeah.
It's crazy. You know.
Now we know that spirit, that Niger spirit must enter you, Shadi.
It's deep. It's deep, man. Well, you know, it is what it is, man.
Man, you guys just have to, because you guys are the real movers. Because sometimes I used to tell them that, see, if it's not for all these foreign promoters, right, Afro hip hop wouldn't have grown this much in a very short period. Because you guys did a whole lot of work.
True.
You guys did a whole lot of work, because I still remember that a couple of years ago, right, even Ghanaian artists are doing better internationally. You know, they're doing better internationally until you guys started bringing guys in, you know, seeing P Square, Two Face, and that was when the sound started growing. You know, so you guys,
other people start coming in.
Yeah,
like you have Nigerians that their best friends or their friends were white or African Americans.
Start bringing them in.
They'll bring them, introducing the music to them,
and,
and things like that. Like, you know, it's come a long way.
And you guys did a whole.
I give credit to a lot of, you know, the promoters. Then the DJs and now the dancers really help. It's a collaborative effort. But those early shows, it like 100%. If I remember even back then, like when we try to raise money for the NEAs in Nigeria, some people, you know, we talk to, they would tell us that, oh, maybe these guys are fraud. They're doing 419. Why would you be doing Nigerian Entertainment Awards in America? Why not in Nigeria? And we're trying to tell them that, you know, the music as fans in America, there's a lot of Nigerians there, and there's a lot of non-Africans that appreciate the artists. And we want to appreciate them, celebrate them, and grow the industry. So we have the level of detailing and explaining was so deep. Some people thought we were frauds. Because I'm serious.
I understand what you're saying.
You know, in the UK it was easier.
And you've never shifted your ground though since you started. It's always been the last one. Is the last one in New York?
The last one was it was in New York.
Okay.
Yeah, we've
but I think you changed location at the time.
We did like the first one was actually in the DC.
In DC,
in DC. And then there was another time we didn't do it in Jersey, but we did some of the events in New Jersey and stuff. But majority of it we've done in New York because New York is a central. And
I remember I came to one. One or two. Yeah,
you know, it's central. You know, fly direct. Back then, direct to New York. The embassy was cool. They were working with us and stuff. You know, so it made things a lot easier. You know, but it's definitely come a long way.
When is the next one? I think you guys
we're planning for
end
this
of the
year. No, end of
towards
the year.
the end of the year, October thereabout.
They allow things to flow
open
and
up,
then we will. But we're in planning process already. You know, to make it happen this year. You know, so I
have a couple of guys that would love to attend.
The BET Awards. The BET Awards never gave any awards to Nigerians or even Africans when we started the NEAs. 100%. They didn't even know. I remember they eventually when the noise, and we had some people working at BET that used to come to the NEAs, and back then they started asking us, oh, you know, we want to recognize some of these artists also. I remember back then we had to sell Two Face to the BET to say, this guy, you know, he has this song African Queen. The song is doing very good. He's one of them. Like they didn't know who he was. So, you know, like we had to submit nominations to them, like, okay, you know, nominate this guy. There's the guy, his name is the Banji, he called himself Coco Master. And, you know, we have to, like, sell them to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
and
06, 07.
That was how the penetration started.
That's how the penetration started. Now they started doing their own research. Started playing the music and stuff. You know, there was no radios. Like, this was pre-Instagram. You know, all this stuff days.
Unlike now, that's even on Power, you can hear Nigerian music here.
On any radio station in the US. So, and that is going to continue to grow and grow, and it's good for the industry. You know what I mean? To grow.
No, they've really embraced African music, you know, to that level that you're proud to be one. I'm telling you,
it's true.
It's so sometimes it's very encouraging. You just feel like, all this while all these years, he didn't go in vain. At least these people started, you know. And I mean, even the streaming money comes from that end a whole lot
it's true.
than what they come from here.
Yeah, absolutely, because of the structure that is in place. and it's good. There's so many aspects of it. The streaming, the shows and stuff like that, and
the exposure. I can see Bonner on Jimmy Fallon. I think the other day was Fireboy on Jimmy Fallon. I'll be like, whoa, you know, these are big deals that people.
It's a big deal.
Yeah,
you know, music always unite people, and it's universal. You know, it doesn't matter what language you speak or the artist speak. If you vibe it, you can feel it.
Yeah.
You know, like you see like Chinese people speaking word for word of Wu-Tang Clan. Rap music, and they don't even speak English. They can feel the music, they can speak the words, you know. So it's the same thing with Afrobeat, with the Pidgin English or Yoruba or some Igbo dialects in there. People are loving it, they're feeling it, the beats, everything.
I saw the IAS team, like over the weekend, they were playing Burna Boy. They were coming out of the dressing room. They were playing, so they were saying, on Yero, on Dilo, it was on Dilo, say on Yero. I was like, what the fuck? But you can understand the vibe, like, you know.
Now, I was at Foot Locker just a couple of weeks ago in Long Island, and I was proud, like, because they played Burna Boy back to back. They played David at Foot Locker at the mall. Yeah. In Long Island.
In Long Island. Yeah. In Long Island. Yeah. So that should tell you.
That should tell you how
shit is going deep. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I was like, wow, this is beautiful. You know?
And again, the level at which African music, especially Nigerian music, is penetrating the system is now bringing focus to other things.
Yes,
you know.
Absolutely.
Remember Davies' speech at the BET when he said, "Come to Africa, eat the food, eat the food." There was some backlash that was supposed to say, and I was like, as simple as those lines are, they are so deep that if you think about it, it is very, very important. Now you can see challenges on TikTok of people trying their goosey for the first time.
Yes. Absolutely, it came from all of that.
Yeah, it came from all of that. So it is a bridge that we're crossing gradually.
You know, I used to go to my barbershop all the time in New York, and then a lot of time I wear native. You know, because I love to wear native. Most time wearing native. So I wear, and the guys just look at me. It's funny sometimes, right? And then Davido did a collab with Casanova.
Yeah.
And you know, Casanova came to Nigeria. He shot a video.
Yeah, shot a video. Yeah.
And then he bought David. Again, made him a bunch of natives.
Yeah.
He wore it, and all these guys, they rap heads. They follow Casanova, especially if you're from New York.
New York,
he's from Flatbush.
They
love it.
Yeah. It's a Brooklyn
I
boy,
went to the barbershop. I had on my native. Everybody in the barbershop was going nuts. Cause yo, I need this shit. I'm like, hey, you motherfucker, because Casanova was wearing this thing.
Now you want it? Yeah. You didn't see the premiere of was it last year or last 2 years? The movie now. What's that movie called?
Which movie?
The big African movie. The big.
The Black Panther.
Black Panther. Yeah, Look at Black Panther's premiere. See, Akata wearing
everybody got dressed up to wear native because you see, once it becomes cool, everybody will do it.
Yeah.
And so the music has made it cool. You know what I'm saying? This music is cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
Who's making this music?
Yeah. Where is it coming from? Yeah.
They're from Nigeria.
Yeah.
They're from Ghana.
Yeah.
Okay. What do they eat?
Yeah.
What do they wear?
Yeah.
You know?
So it's actually a ripple
changing.
Effect. That is why a Jack can come to Ghana and say, okay, I want to come back, because they know that the culture now people need to start understanding what it means when they said the world is now a global village.
Absolutely.
You guys, because right now you can reach anybody directly. So things are changing. So
very fast.
Africa needs to we need to embrace our own, because now it seems even the universe is working.
Yeah.
If you look at it, you can tell that the universe is working and things are coming to place. But it's now for us to be awakened, and see.
We have to be proud of ourselves.
Yeah.
We have to. I would love it, like, just to see, people here being proud, like, yo, this is our food, this is our clothes, this is our language.
Yeah.
No matter what language it is, embrace it.
Yeah.
Because someone speak a different language doesn't mean they're worse than you.
Yeah, that doesn't mean they're not intelligent.
Maybe Yoruba should learn some Igbos and some Hausas.
Have you heard any interview from Lionel Messi before? Messi will speak his dialect.
Yeah,
you get. Not until recently that even Cristiano Ronaldo was speaking slight English. They will speak their language. If you interview a Chinese person now, right?
100%.
He will tell you to find a translator.
You know what give me joke? When you look at those UN address and then you see the Germans speak German.
Yeah.
The, French.
Yeah.
They will speak English. They can speak
English, but they'll speak their
don't.
language. Let an African leader get
African leader, okay, will be struggling.
Yeah, speak English.
We was speaking English.
Yeah.
Speak if you're from the north.
Speak Hausa, man. Speak Hausa and let them find a translator.
Yeah, let them translate it. They will. Why? That's part of it, man. You know, it's sad. You know, we must be everything but African. You know, we've come a long way in the States, man. You know, from school days when you call you like African booty scratcher.
Yeah.
You know, look at this African guy, you know, whatever.
Monkey.
You know, monkey, call you all kinds of blackie.
Yeah.
All kinds of names. To this stage where they're like, yo, they want to be like in. I was at a strip club in Houston, Dreams. I don't know if you know Dreams.
Yeah.
And there was some African American guys trying to put on an accent, Nigerian accent, to talk to the girls. Because the girls only wanted to talk to the Nigerian guys. Because they know the Nigerian guys got
the big money spender, yeah.
The money spenders.
Yeah.
And some of the guys were trying to act like Nigerians. I was just laughing. I was like, you know.
Come on, sit down here. Yeah. What is wrong with you?
I'm telling you, know, I thought it was funny.
Yeah, that is funny. That's actually funny.
You know, it's crazy, but that is what is happening. So we have to embrace it.
Yeah.
You know, and we have to build.
And it starts from home, Baba. It starts from home because even here, if you just type one wrong English on Twitter, background detector, background police, background clinical, they'll come after you for a fucking language.
Yeah, it's true. That's not even our language.
You get? They say, he has H factor. I cannot follow him because I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Oh man!
You're complaining about someone's H. Are you supposed to listen to H factor or listen to the knowledge this person is spitting? Yeah, they will complain about funny things, and I'll be like, until we start to understand that this is even a borrowed language. Your own language is your original language.
But it's supposed to be like they feel like if you have the British accent, like, oh, you know, you're educated.
Yeah.
You have class.
Yeah, you better.
Like, you know, like even like the butlers, they have that accent and stuff. They love it. Whatever. I've met Nigerians since I've been here that I know I've never even been to Ghana, and they sound like they were born and raised in England. You know, but they feel like they get more access, more doors open for them by having the British accent.
Yeah.
You know, the language of our colonial masters. You know, that's what
and even
talk about. The house nigga and the, you know,
even according to the country, that is our official language.
Of course, because they didn't want to colonize. That's why the French Africans speak French, because France colonized them.
Yeah.
You know, if it was the Taliban that colonized us, we'll be speaking their language.
Arabic.
Pretty much. You know, so yeah,
Baba,
it's deep, man.
Just let us give them your social media handle where people can follow you.
Yes, definitely. Coscanino, I use that on all social media.
On all Instagram, Coscanino.
Instagram, Facebook.
So reach out to Coscanino if you need anything. You need more information about how Nigeria is, you know. And you can reach out to me too. Thank you everybody for listening. Love you. Bye.
My name is Jobless.